I think that's beautifully said. When Hippocrates said, first, do not harm, I think our consciousness has to rise more and more. We have to become lighter and lighter karmically, how we live, what we do, whether it is what we eat, or what we wear, or what the medicines, what we take. So the beauty of this is, even the flower is not being hurt. Forget plucking a leaf or a root or anything here, nothing is being hurt. So when that is the consciousness and purity with which it comes, of course that's what it's going to do for your prana as well. Because nobody is being hurt, no animal is being tested, no plant is being, because they all have feelings, every single sentient being on this universe, without a doubt.
Apart from this, while we were also making our own Indian flower remedies, we came across a research paper which was mentioning about Pushpa Ayurveda. Now, Pushpa means flower and Ayurveda means the science of life. So, Ayurveda was already using flowers in various ways. So, there is a story. In the earlier time, Ayurveda was using not only herbs but sometimes some animal parts or discharges from the animal's body to make remedies. Now, those who were practicing Jainism and were following the path of Ahimsa, or also in Buddhism following the path of Ahimsa, they did not like using any animal parts. So they were looking for a system of healing which is fully plant-based. So the Jain Acharyas started looking at flowers. They were the first one to research the healing power of flowers, and they wrote a volume where about 18,000 flowers are used now for healing. So even our ancestors knew very well how to use flower remedies. They were following principles of non-violence or ahimsa. They were fully plant-based. They were looking for medicine which was following the first principle that Hippocrates said, first, do not harm. And so they were the masters who were using the Pushpa Ayurveda.
There is a book named as Kalyan Karakam, written by Acharya Ugraditya, which mentions Pushpa Ayurveda and is describing 18,000 different flowers used as remedies. Now that book is not to be found anywhere. We tried looking for it in various libraries across the globe. Since it is not found, we have to start our journey all over again. At the moment, about 2,000 flowers are listed in Encyclopedia of Flower Remedies, which is contributed by researchers from all over the world. And here now, we are all over building up this knowledge. If you can find this book which describes 18,000 flowers, it will be a very big discovery for the mankind. Flowers are used to not only treat human beings, but also all animals on this planet, also agriculture, environment, water, and everything. So it will be a big gift to the world to rediscover this book. Because the book is not to be found, we need to relearn flowers all over again. Let's learn about how flowers were used in the past for treating. In ancient times, our temples were open and flowers were integral part of any puja. So there used to be a copper vessel with water in it, and the flower petals were floated on the surface of the water. And there were ceremonies, puja, chanting, and mantras were going on. At the end of this ceremony, this water was given to all people who attended the puja. They would just drink few drops of this water and touch their forehead and top of their head with this water. And this water truly is the first ever flower remedy that we know is used for the healing purpose. In the modern times, Mother Meera from the Aurobindo Ashram, Pondicherry, meditated on more than 800 flowers in India, and she wrote a book that is called as The Spiritual Significance of the Flowers. She gave spiritual names to each of these flowers as she learnt about their healing quality. Names given to flowers in Sanskrit language or over local Indian languages also are telling us about the healing power of flowers in a particular way. For example, Ashok. Ashok means without grief. And anyone who has gone through a lot of sadness in life, Ashok flower is calling. Come, come to me, I will heal you. I will make you joyful again. Same way, lotus is called as Kamal. Kamal means pure. Anyone who wants to go through cleansing process and become just pure, as like lotus, lotus flower is calling, saying, come and embrace me. I will clean you. I will make you as pure as me. Flowers are offered to various deities. You will always see Goddess Lakshmi sitting on a lotus flower, which is pink color. And you will see Goddess Saraswati, she has white lotus flower associated. If you have a marigold flower, it is offered to Lord Ganesh. And if it's Dhatura, it's offered to God Shiva. So different flowers have different deities. They exchange the energy and they are belonging to a particular Dev. From the navel of Vishnu, lotus flower took birth. It is the first flower that came into existence on this planet. It is of great significance. It is also our national flower. Flowers are also used in Western countries in so many different ways. At the time of birth, wedding ceremony, also at the time of death. Certain flowers are used for certain occasions. Certain flower signify certain quality. In Buddhism, Buddha is thought to have appeared on earth on the top of a lotus flower, and his footsteps left lotus flower wherever he left. People in the past did a lot of this with complete understanding, and now we can take advantage of this wisdom. What is real cannot be hidden. And that is why flower remedies have been rediscovered now to help us heal completely. So in England in 1930s, there was a doctor, his name Dr. Edward Bach. He's also pronounced as Dr. Edward Bach. So he was practicing in Harley Street in London, and in the last 6 years of his life, he was staying in the countryside, and that time he discovered flower remedies. He was a very sensitive man. He used to wander into the various gardens where the flowers are growing. Whenever he suffered from a mental or emotional state, he would take the petal of the flower over his tongue, and then after a few minutes he would observe his mind, whether that mental or emotional state got better or not. And this is how he started classifying various flowers for various mental and emotional effects. To get answer to some of our questions, we travel to Rajkot to show the science behind flower Shakti.
अभी हमने बेसलाइन ले ली उनके, अभी हम ओरा स्प्रे नाम का एक सॉल्यूशन है, वो उस पर 7 चक्र होते हैं हमारे बॉडी में, तो फ्रंट और बैक दोनों में हम ये विस्प करेंगे एक एक बार, और दोनों पाम में एक एक बार विस्प करेंगे.
अभी हमने ये जो सब्जी का हमने पहले बेसलाइन में कैप्चर लिया है कि जो जिसमें ओरा स्प्रे हमने नहीं लगाया, तो उसका ये जो रिज़ल्ट है वो हम देख सकते हैं. ओके, ये जो पूरा सिस्टम का एनर्जी है वो 10 फिंगर का कैप्चर वो एक साथ कंपाइल करके वो तो पूरा बॉडी का एनर्जी फ्लो बताएगा. उसमें फ़िल्टर और विदाउट फ़िल्टर दोनों होगा. उसके बाद हमने ये जो स्प्रे लगाया, उसके बाद 15 मिनट में स्प्रे की इफेक्ट क्या है वो हम विजुअलाइज इसके साथ कंपैरिजन में देखेंगे. यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं ये पूरा बॉडी का दिखाया हुआ है, और दोनों हेड की ये जो रिंग पॉइंट फिंगर है वो, और उसके हिसाब से एवरी ऑर्गन वॉज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. मीन्स ये जो पूरा बॉडी है वो दरेक फिंगर के साथ कोरिलेटेड है, और एवरी फिंगर हैज़ 10 सिस्टम ऑफ आवर बॉडी. और ये जो है वो फिल्टर के साथ में है. फ़िल्टर के साथ बॉडी क्या है और फिल्टर विदाउट फ़िल्टर के साथ बॉडी क्या है, उसका दोनों का साथ में कंपैरिजन करके हम पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गन का देखते हैं कि किस में कौन सी इफेक्ट है. अभी हम आफ्टर द 15 मिनट ये जो ओरा स्प्रे हमने लगाया है उसके 7 चक्रों पे, उसकी पोस्ट इफेक्ट हम देख रहे हैं. पहले हमने जो बेसलाइन लिया था विदाउट स्प्रे वो ले लिया, उसके बाद ये अभी इसका टेस्ट चल रहा है 15 मिनट के बाद, वो देखेंगे.
So here we can see that this machine is measuring the difference in the energy field before and after using the flower remedy aura sprays.
अभी उसका दोनों कैप्चर कंप्लीट हो गया है, तो अभी हम उसका कंपैरिजन दोनों का देखते हैं ओरा स्प्रे का. चल अभी यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं ये दोनों के वो बिफोर दी स्प्रे कैप्चर है और ये आफ्टर दिस कैप्चर है. अभी हमने अभी जैसे देखा कि उसको आफ्टर स्प्रे 15 मिनट के बाद थोड़ा हेडेक रहा था, तो उसकी इफेक्ट हम यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं कि जो सिमेट्री है वो हो गई है 59% तक. बट जो फिजियोलॉजिकली जो फिल्टर के साथ हमने लिया है तो 93% और 94% वो सेम है. उसका जो साइकोलॉजिकल कंडीशन है वो, बट फिजियोलॉजी के हम चेंज देख सकते हैं. उसकी जो सिमेट्रिक एनर्जी है वो थोड़ी डिस्टर्ब हुई है स्प्रे के हिसाब से, वो हम यहाँ पे कंपैरिजन में देख सकते हैं.
The instruments used at the lab are showing a clear difference of the energy field before and after using the various flower remedy aura sprays. Water has memory and water remembers what it comes in contact with. Water changes its structure, and accordingly we can know which particular flower that it has come in contact with. This is a very unique ability of water to remember and retain what it came in contact with. We can find out that water has memory from 2 different methods. One is water crystallization. This research was done by a Japanese scientist, Masaru Emoto, who took beautiful pictures of water crystals, and he showed that different waters have different crystallization pattern according to what information it is storing. And the second research was done in Germany and there they take picture of various water droplets, and the pattern that is visualized in that particular drop is exactly the same as what flower remedy was in that particular water. So you can identify different flower remedies in different waters exactly as per the pattern that is observed. Flower remedies work very beautifully in various agricultural issues. You can see if you want to have higher yield, or if you want to prevent infection, or if there is already some infection, we can treat it also. Or there's some problem with some toxicity, we can even help there. So flower remedies have very, very vast use in this field as well.
देखो ये छोड़ के आयुष्य जो है वो खत्म होने वाली थी, लेकिन ये फर्टिलाइजर डालने के बाद नए से फ्लावर आ गए।
देखो देखो पत्ते देखो उसके,
इसके पत्ते देखो,
अभी लगाया है ऐसा ही लग रहा है। ये पेड़ के जो बैंगन है जो हम लगाते हैं उसकी युवावस्था होती है ऐसा अब हो गया, लेकिन ये जो सब बैंगन के जो प्लांट थे वो साथ में ही लगाए थे जून जुलाई में, अभी तो वो ख़त्म होने वाला था। लेकिन आप देख सकते हैं उसकी पत्ते की साइज पूरा हर भरा है और अभी फ्रूट भी लग रहे हैं नए नए, आप देख सकते हैं फिर से शुरू हो गए हैं। ये सब आप देख सकते हैं, ये सब फ्लावरिंग है, वहाँ पे सब जगह पे बैगन लगेंगे, यहाँ पे सब देखो इतने।
ये जो पूरी लाइन है ना वो भी खत्म होने वाली थी, एक्चुअली उसका आयुष्य पूरा होने वाला था, लेकिन फर्टिलाइजर डालने के बाद वापस से फ्लावर भी आ गए और बैंगन भी आ गए, तीनों। ये सिगरू है, सहजन है, जो आजकल बहुत ही प्रचार में है। उसके फ्लावरिंग देखो आप, इसमें डाला है, उसमें हमने स्प्रे किया था, इसमें नहीं किया है, आप देख लीजिए, फ्लावर भी नहीं है।
क्या अभी उसमें इतना फ्लावर नहीं है, वो सीजन का पौधा था उसमें ज़्यादा था।
हाँ, ये जो फ्लावर से वो उसकी जैसे मुरे हुए हैं, ताजे नहीं है। जो सामने दिख रहे हैं वो फ्लावर्स जो दिख रहे हैं ना, वो एक बार हम चूट लेते हैं, फिर 7 डेज के बाद आते हैं, लेकिन ये 2 दिन में वापस आ गए, उसमें स्प्रे किया हुआ है, ये 2 दिन में फ्लावर आ गए।
सर ने जो लिक्विड फर्टिलाइजर दिया था उसका इस्तेमाल हमने वो डेजी में किया था। डेजी पहले क्या थी तो 7-8 दिन एक बार हम उसका जो फूल चुन लेते थे, तो 7-8 दिन के बाद हम उसको फूल तोड़ते थे। लेकिन जब हमने 70 में उसका जो लिक्विड फॉर्म का स्प्रे किया, उसके बाद ये 70 अभी आप देख रहे हैं 2 दिन हुए हैं और अभी सब जगह पे फ्लावरिंग लग गए और कल भी उसको फूल तोड़ना भी पड़ेगा। तो वो 7-8 दिन में जो फ्लावरिंग आते थे वो कम समय में ज़्यादा आते और उसकी जो क्वालिटी है वो भी अच्छी है और जो ग्रोथ है सब हम बोलते हैं ना कि जो पौधे को सब माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स चाहिए वो उसमें से मिल जाता है। वहाँ पे भी आपने देखा सेजन का पौधा, बैगन का, सब में अच्छा रिजल्ट मिला है।
Apart from using flower remedies for humans, agriculture, and animals, they can also be used for various environmental purposes, like purification of water itself or purifying air. Energy of the place also can be purified. So many different uses. Now, let's hear some more human stories. water contains the very powerful healing energy of the flower. We call it as flower Shakti. And here, this flower Shakti works faster than the speed of light.
So I actually have something called as sinusitis, which gives me cold due to allergy. It could be because of dust. I might have eaten something wrong or something, and then I wake up in the morning with extreme wet cold where I'm sneezing throughout the day. So that's the issue that I had, which I had consulted doctor for. In fact, after I started taking flower remedy, my sedzines, which almost were about, you can say 8 to 10 sedzines a month, came down to maybe 2 sedzines a month. Overall, the amount of times I was falling sick reduced a lot. It helped increase my immune system, so we worked heavily on that. And we were also working heavily on the way my digestive system was working. So lesser foods were affecting me. That is how it helped. So within a week itself, it started reducing. But I think over 3 months of doing it, it substantially reduced.
And then I had a friend and I said, let me try this with my friend. So she had a migraine issue and I started by giving her the migraine flower essence. And in the very first week, she got back to me and said that she felt better. And the episodes of migraine which were recurrent in the week, they started decreasing. And as of now, she tells me there has been no more migraine episodes. Ma'am had said that 21 days minimum the essence should be taken. So yes, I know it's about 3 months and it seems to have helped her a lot and she's happy with the results.
Yes, I did try flower remedies for the urine infection and it worked a lot. Within a week when I redid the test, it had gone tremendously down. So I did not take any allopathic medicines. It was only Dr. Shah.
What was the pus cells like in the urine?
When it was detected, it was 200 plus. And then it drastically went down to normal level.
So I had 2 specific instances. The first one was an 8-year-old dog who was detected with cancer. And my second instance was with a cat. He was about 10 years old and he had acute gingivitis, which sort of went on to become a form of oral cancer. And those are the 2 cases that I actually tried flower remedies with. Well, Dr. Shah has been a friend for many years and I know she's been doing a lot of interesting stuff. I've been talking to her about all of it. In the case of the dog, right? At that point in time, he was in such an advanced stage. All we wanted him to go through was the last few days without suffering. There should be no pain, there should be no unnecessary suffering. And there we saw him get into a real good state of calmness. There was a soothing calmness, he was more relaxed. He was able to focus on, deep breathing and relax a lot. And I think that was very, very essential because the least we can do for anybody suffering is to reduce pain. And it helped a lot. In the case of Ranga, my cat, he couldn't eat because it was very, very severe infection and severe injury to the mouth. In about 3 days, he actually started eating. And that's a big blessing when you're treating a sick animal. Anytime that an animal starts eating, it not only means he's recovering, it also means that he's fighting back with confidence. And I think that gave him a lot of confidence to come back. And after that, he went on for a long time and he could eat on his own without having to be force-fed.
रात भर मेरे को यूरिनेशन के लिए जाना पड़ता था, रात भर। कभी कभी 15 मिनट की गैप पे भी मैं जाता था, तो उस वजह से पूरी रात मैं सो नहीं पाता था। रेस्ट रूम जाके आओ, सो जाओ, 15 मिनट नहीं हो, आधा घंटा नहीं हो, फिर भागो। बहुत तकलीफ़ थी। ऐसा 1-1.5 महीना तक हुआ। मेरा खुद का दोस्त है बचपन का, कॉलेज फ्रेंड, वो यूरोलॉजिस्ट है, उसके पास गया। उसने मेरी बॉडी की सब पूरी चेकअप करवाई, ब्लैडर की वगैरह वगैरह, जितनी भी टेस्ट होती है यूरोलॉजिस्ट के एंगल से, उसने सब कराई, दवाइयाँ भी दी, लेकिन कुछ भी असर नहीं हुआ। उसके बाद भी मैं परेशान था, मैं करूँ क्या। तब ये स्टोरी चालू हो गई कि मैंने डॉक्टर रूपा शाह को ढूंढ के लिया, उनके पास गया, उनको अपनी बात बताई एंड रेस्ट द स्टोरी। मदद नहीं किया, जादू किया। पहले ही दिन जब मैं डॉक्टर रूपा शाह को दोपहर को मिला, उन्होंने मुझे दवाइयाँ दी। मैं समझता हूँ पहला डोज में उस रात को मैं सिर्फ 4 बार गया और मैं 4-6 घंटे सोया भी। 4 बार गया लेकिन 4-6 घंटे सोया। उसके बाद महीने तक एक डॉक्टर दवा लेते रहा, महीने में फिनिश, आई वॉज ऑल राइट। तो डॉक्टर ने सजेस्ट किया 2 महीना और ले लो दवा, ताकि उसको अपन पैक कर सकें कि रिएक्ट नहीं हो। वो बात को भी आज 2-2.5 साल हो गए, कोई इशू नहीं।
इट डिपेंड्स पर्सन टू पर्सन। अभी किसी को बहुत एंजाइटी हो रही थी तो उसको दवा दी तो उसको विद इन वीक फ़र्क पड़ गया। किसी को बहुत लंबे समय से कोई फियर चला आ रहा है तो उसको महीना 2 महीना भी लेनी पड़ सकती।
The effects are seen sometimes as soon as within first minute of taking the dose of flower remedy. Some people feel it even in 24 hours. Some maybe in a week or some maybe in few weeks. And slowly, gradually and firmly, a very deep transformation happens in each individual, going more and more towards mental and emotional well-being and also physically improving their conditions.